What if I told you that the Easter you celebrate, the festival of resurrection and hope, is built on a secret so dark and twisted that it's been hidden in plain sight for centuries? Before we unravel this mystery, hit that subscribe button now, because once you know the truth, there's no turning back. Let me take you on a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about Easter. Imagine a holiday celebrated with bright colors, joyful hymns, and an air of rebirth. But beneath this cheerful facade lies a history fraught with mystery and shadows. For centuries, traditions passed down from generation to generation have masked a disturbing reality, a reality that whispers of ancient rituals, hidden power struggles, and truths that have been deliberately silenced. Today, we're peeling back that veil. In the early days, long before Easter became synonymous with candy and bunnies, there were rituals and customs steeped in mystery and even terror. Some historians claim that early symbols of rebirth were not always about hope and renewal, but served as cover for rites that involved sacrifice, blood, and a desperate plea to the gods. These primitive ceremonies, wrapped in the allure of life after death, may have later been repackaged by the powerful to suit a more palatable narrative. Could it be that the true origins of Easter are not as pure as the story of resurrection would have you believe? Picture this: secretive gatherings held under the shroud of darkness, where ancient communities whispered of cycles of death and rebirth, not just in nature, but within the soul. These rites were not about candy and comfort. They were about confronting the raw, unfiltered truth of existence, the terror of mortality, and the hope of transcendence. And somewhere along the line, as time marched on, the shock of these revelations was softened, sanitized into a story that could be celebrated without fear. But why would anyone want to hide such a truth? Perhaps because the genuine story of transformation, the struggle between the mortal and the divine, the dance between life and death, is far more unsettling than the simple tale of a risen savior. The darker chapters of Easter's past speak of power plays, of secrets kept by the elite to control the masses, molding the narrative to suit their own ends. They transformed an ancient, wild celebration into a controlled, predictable spectacle, a way to pacify a restless humanity with a promise of redemption that was both comforting and, perhaps, misleading. Now, consider the modern world. Every spring, as Easter eggs and bunnies become the norm, the undercurrent of a much more disturbing history is conveniently erased. It's as if society collectively chooses to forget the chilling origins behind the holiday, a decision that raises a critical question. What are we really celebrating? Is it the genuine triumph over darkness, or a neatly packaged myth designed to keep us docile? I remember the moment I stumbled upon this hidden history. It was as if a dam broke inside me. Every cheerful symbol I had grown up with suddenly took on a sinister tone. The eggs weren't just symbols of life. They were relics of an ancient pact with forces that demanded sacrifice. The festive parades, the sugar-laden feasts, they were distractions designed to divert our attention from the uncomfortable truths of our shared past. As you listen, let your mind wander back to a time when history wasn't so sanitized, a time when the truth was raw and unfiltered. Ask yourself, are you content with the version of Easter handed down to you? Or do you crave the deeper, sometimes terrifying reality that has been buried beneath layers of myth and modern convenience? This is not just a story about a holiday. It's a call to question everything. It's a roadmap to break free from the comforting lies that have kept us in the dark. It's a challenge to uncover the unvarnished truth and to embrace a version of history that may be more complex, more brutal, and infinitely more real than we ever imagined. Before we wrap up, remember that questioning the accepted narrative is the first step towards true enlightenment. The terrifying truth about Easter isn't about erasing hope. It's about understanding that sometimes the path to rebirth is paved with shadows and secrets. And once you see the whole picture, you'll realize that the journey to true freedom begins with the courage to ask, what have we been told, and what is the real story? If you're ready to break free from the lies and dive deeper into these hidden histories, Hit that subscribe button and join me on this quest for truth. Because the more we uncover, the closer we get to a reality that is as raw as it is transformative. Stay curious, stay brave, and I'll see you in the next revelation. Subscribe now, and don't let the shadows keep you in the dark.